Kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the... Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd and 4. Great coverage there all around, but he didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing now is Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Pickett. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Panthers at 8-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride. And he's
taking it right down Broadway. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited
just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Powers through him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Pickett. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll throw again with Pickett. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chandler Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett finding McCaffrey on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Pickett back to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Matt Rule brings out the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Hunter Renfrow leading the Raiders offense back out onto the field again.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Carr. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, here's Pickett.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chase Claypool
as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try to chip someone at the second level.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now we give right side McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Chase Claypool.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Jeremy Chinn, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field. And that time he gets in there for the sack.
Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him.
Look, and lost it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, that takeaway partner right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the
14 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this fourth quarter. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got Renfro on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
To throw his Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to run now.
And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. He's got Claypool.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And the Raiders call on a nickel sack for 3rd down.
Now Pickett.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Pickett to throw.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
4 yards remain for second down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So Carr and the Raiders now down 20-17, a little under 30 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He's going to let it fly.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Carr to throw.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Now Carr.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the